They got really bad to numbers that we'd never seen before. Anywhere from 300 to 400 mice in 10 or 12 traps.
There aren't quite as many mice on Daryl Jordison's farm as there were a few months ago. The colder weather has given farmers a reprieve, but the mouse plague isn't over. Nor is he fully recovered from a mouse-borne virus that nearly killed him.
I got really sick. I ended up going down in an ambulance to hospital, and I had no idea that it was going to end up being from mice.
In February, he was diagnosed with LCM, a rare form of meningitis.
I was the first person ever to contract it in Australia.
How sick were you?
The way the doctors put it, to come out of it alive and very little side effects, I'm extremely lucky. The virus is passed on from rodents. You couldn't do anything without coming in contact with them. They were in the cars, they were in the house, they were everywhere.
The mouse plagues destroyed countless crops and threatened businesses across Western New South Wales. Businesses that were only just starting to recover after years of drought. Many families are still struggling with the enormous number of mice on the land and in their homes.
Everyone tells you that being a new mum is really tough on your mental health, and I could have had 20 babies compared to living through a mouse plague.
Shoo! Go away, mouse.
Lucinda and Tim Flynn haven't let the worst mouse plague in decades ruin the precious first months of parenthood.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, in the courtyard.
They were all through her clothes and all through her toys. I'd go into her room to feed her in the middle of the night, and they'd wake her up and they'd be in the roof, and they're so noisy. We would have had thousands in the roof. I don't know if I could survive another summer with them in our house.
By all historical records and data that I've looked at, it seems like this is really an unprecedented event in the recent decades.
It's the worst mice plague in living memory.
David Tregus knows exactly what these communities are going through. In 1984, he took matters into his own hands when a mouse plague threatened his property.
One man's answer to the mouse plague: a flamethrower and a few buckets of petrol.
You'd walk outside of an evening and the ground would literally move. It is very traumatic in a way because you can see all the damage it's doing. The smell never seems to leave you. It was an absolute nightmare really for months.
The alternative is poison. The Department of Agriculture's recommended poison is bromadiolone.
A New South Wales government plan to reintroduce bromadiolone, a chemical that's been described as napalm for mice, was knocked back last month due to safety and environmental concerns.
The real temptation is with all feral pests is say, let's eradicate them completely. And unfortunately, that's an unrealistic expectation. So what we're looking to do is minimise the impact.
Researchers at the CSIRO are looking for new ways to reduce mouse numbers.
One of the recent areas of interest has been what diseases might be circulating within mouse populations. We think these pathogens might play an important role in leading to the collapse of mouse populations at the end of outbreaks. We might be able to manipulate the genome of mice, and we might be able to essentially affect their fertility in a way that could help control the populations.
But solutions like these could be years away, forcing farmers and families to wait for the plague to run its course. That's what Gulgong couple Emma and Matt Cheetham realised when they brought their newborn baby home.
We came home to a massive dead rat in the middle of the lounge room.
and 6 dead
It was
mice.
6 dead mice, and because the house had been locked up for 3 days, it was very pungent smelling. So we didn't even want to bring him inside. We left him in the capsule outside. Yeah, it just escalated from that point.
All through the cupboards in the kitchen.
Then they got in the dishwasher.
Chewed through the new floor in the spare bedroom, and through the carpet. That's how they were getting in.
When we drop a dummy, we don't put it back in because we don't know if the mice have been on the floor. And you hear of people whose kids are getting bitten and...
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.